Hello there, my YouTube friends. So, the video I'm making today, if you had asked us a year ago, I would have said, I would have been really excited as hell to make. I would have been ecstatic to make this one. You know, this is a big deal. Fly landed on my finger. This is a big deal. So, I should be as excited as hell. You know, I should be like literally overjoyed. As you can see, what's it all about? You're probably asking yourself. Well, stick with us and I'll tell you. So, those of you that have been around for a while, I suppose I really should start with what the date is today. Yeah, and that might sort of help some of you that have been with us for quite a while to know about this thing. Today is the 6th of May in the year 2020, the year of the pandemic, the year where sort of everything has been put on hold, life has been put on hold for most people. But the reason that it should have been one of those ecstatic style days for me isn't just the fact that it actually happens to be my birthday, so happy birthday to me. It's the day I reached 49. Now again, some of you will be thinking, so well, what's that a big deal about? You know, reaching 50, yeah, fair enough, that's a big one. Why 49 being a big deal? Well, again, like I say, those editors have been with us for a while and watched all my previous cancer videos from when I really first found out I had it and what have you, would know that I have set myself goals to reach, okay, in order to just get through this thing, in order to sort of go on for as long as I can. I've got to have goals. I've always been the same. I've got to have some sort of goal to aim for, some sort of person to prove wrong or whatever. And obviously my first goal, those that remember, and let's hope some of you can, let's hope some of you give enough of a crap if I can remember, my first goal was to reach 49. And why 49? Again, that's to do with my father. My father had cancer and he died at 48. He didn't reach his 49th. So my first goal was to actually stay alive longer than my dad. Yeah, and by reaching my 49th birthday today, I've done that. That was my first goal out of the way. That's why I should be really happy. I should be really ecstatic. I should be feeling amazing. But I feel deflated, and I don't know why. I don't know why at all. It's strange. You know, I should be happy as Larry because I've managed to reach my first goal, which, if you look at the statistics of the type of cancer I have, you know, the nasopharyngeal cancer, which is based sort of around the nose and going towards the skull and rotting the skull away and stuff like that, it should have been grown. If not by now, I should have been dead. You know, but I've actually reached 49. I've beat my dad, and I'm still going. I'm still going strong. You know, there's next to no issues with me whatsoever. Yeah, so I should be ecstatically happy. Yet I'm not, and it doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense to even the sort of most thingy people. It wouldn't make sense. Yeah, but I feel a little bit sad, a little bit down, totally deflated. Now, this shouldn't come as a big surprise to me, because the fact is that it doesn't matter what goals I've set myself, as soon as I've reached them, I've never really felt ecstatic. I've never really had that, yeah, I done it, way. I've always just been, right, I've reached it, what's next? What can I do now? What can I set myself to do now that's gonna keep us going? That's going to give us something to aim for. I've done that with all of them. I've done it with everything, you know. I wanted to learn NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, in hypnosis. I went on a course. It was an expensive course. I done it. I got to the end of it. I passed with flying colours, and it was like, okay, what's next? What do I do now? No ecstatic feeling, no buzz, nothing. Just, okay, what's next? I set myself a goal to get into really good shape, you know, a good few years ago. And I started the ball rolling. I started making videos on it. You know, that's what some of my early videos is of me showing that it doesn't matter about your age, that you can still get into shape. And that's what I did. And I did get into bloody good shape before I found out I had cancer. You know, and again, even when I got into that shape, yes, it was great feeling, but more so to do with the fact is that I felt good because I was looking good and I was healthy as hell. You know, it wasn't the ecstatic feeling of like, I have made it, I've done what I wanted to do, I get in there, that's it, oh yes. It was just more like, I feel good because I look good and I feel healthy. Yeah. Finding out I had cancer, it was like, right, okay, I'm gonna set myself a day. The thing is that the statistics state you don't survive beyond 5 years. You don't normally even get to 5 years. So my thingy was with that was, okay, the first thing I need to do is to reach 49 because my dad died at 48. I've now done that. I've now reached that goal, and I should be excited that I've reached it. My next one now is to basically get to 50. Why 50? Because it's a big deal. You know, it's a big number, the big 50. You know what I mean? It'll have us one step closer to having beaten that 5 year, because you got to think that even though it was only sort of like coming up towards 2 years ago that I found out I had cancer, I'd been living with it for a year before I'd actually gotten diagnosed with it. So does that count towards the 5 year? I don't know. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Is the 5 year start from when you've had your treatment? Again, I don't honestly know. I've got no idea. I just live it. It's the thing. I'm going to be taking my 5 year from when I was diagnosed, or when I was basically went through and had my treatments and found out, no, it's still there. I haven't got rid of it. It's, yeah, you're terminal. That's where I'm going to count my 5 year from. So I've still got a way to go yet. Yeah, I've still got quite a way to go yet. But yeah, that's. I'll cross each bridge as I get to it. I'll go through each one as it comes, you know. I was hoping by now that I would have found out and had another exam to find out, you know, another scan to find out whether it's still shrinking or whether it's stayed stationary or whether it's grown again. You know, it's one of those things. I would have had it before now, but thanks to this COVID, obviously they've got much better things to be dealing with than getting me in to get me scanned, you know, and that's fine. It's the same as like I was due an injection probably this week for my low testosterone levels, which would help to sort of raise my spirits and raise me thinking, because I was having low testosterone has an effect on you. Come here, Bruno. It has an effect on your balance, your happiness and all that type of stuff, you know. But I'm not going to bother them about it. They've got enough to deal with right now, you know. I'll leave it and I'll just go through this thing day by day until such a time comes as that I know for a fact I can go, okay, it's dropped right off now. Surely I can have some sort of normality for myself as well. And I'll go and see the doctors then and see if I can get booked in and get me injection that I was due, you know. But right now I'm not even worried about it. It's like, no, yeah, they've got much more important things to be dealing with right now than to be getting me in for an injection. So I don't mind waiting. I can cope, you know. That's one of those things. One of the things that helped keep us going for quite a while, I think I've only sort of finished that thing. Hey, son, calm down, he's a good lad. I've only sort of stopped doing it about a month and a half ago or so, and that was I was writing a book. Now I started this book like years and years ago. I mean, I'm talking about like 20 years ago. I started writing a book about my dad's cancer, I started writing about the things I was going through, the issues I was thinking, the stuff of watching me dad go through this thing, you know, and it sort of stopped and started when I would put it down, forget all about it for a while. I found it again, I wrote some more in it, then I put it away, and I think it was only sort of maybe 8-9 months ago that I found it again, you know, and it wasn't my dad's part of the book, it wasn't even completed then, you know, and I just picked it up, read it, and was like, oh wow, I need to finish this, it's going to give us something today, I'm going to finish this book. So I finished sort of my dad's side of it, and I thought to myself, you know, I've been able to write a book on what it's like to watch a parent die, to see the effects it had on my mother and my sister, and how I was having to deal with that. I've now got the ability to write the thing of what it's like to actually go through it. What do I feel going through it? Now I know most people know that because they're watching. Those that have watched any of my videos can see. I tell you what I go through. I tell you all the things. Yeah. So you're getting most of it, but obviously there's things that maybe sometimes I might forget about to put on a video that I'm actually putting into a book. Obviously the book will never be a finished product, for the simple fact is that my life isn't over yet. Yeah. In the book I got up to the point where I'd found out that it had shrunk, and what it was like to find out that it had shrunk. You know, which obviously if you've seen that video, you see that my reaction to that was exactly the same. At first it was like I was excited, and then it just disappeared into, within minutes it disappeared into like, right, okay, well, what do I do now? What do I get on with now? You know, that's the way I've always been for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't get excitable about such big things that should be big deals, you know. But I don't. Yeah, so like I say, the book, like I say, I finished up to the point that I'm at now about a month ago. Yeah, maybe it's 2 months ago, somewhere around then. Yeah, and what do I do with it now? Yeah, what do I do with it? Yeah, I know my mother's interested in reading it, and my sister's interested in reading it. So like, do I self-publish it, or do I just get copies made up for me mum and my sister to have, and maybe for me 2 kids to have, so that when I eventually do go, if I do go through this cancer, they've got something that's there as a reminder, as a thingy there, that, you know, that I wrote this book about it, you know, about the 2 different aspects of cancer. Watching somebody go through it that was really close to us, and watching it and being part of it and seeing how that went, and then my own side of it, what it was like to find out I've got it, what it's like to find out you're terminal, what it's like to go through those things, you know. I don't know if any of you guys would even be interested in it, you know, but I'm thinking about getting it self-published, you know. It's something I'm going to have to look into, because I don't even have a title for it, you know what I mean. It's, what do I title this thing, you know? Cancer, 2 perspectives. Yeah, it's got to have a catchy enough of a name that somebody might see it on there and go, oh, that might be an interesting read. You know what I mean? Because other than that, it's not going to sell out. You know, nobody knows me from Adam, so it'll not sell nothing. Yeah, so if it's something that you're interested in, then please feel free to comment below and let me know, and at least that'll give me some idea of whether it's even worth us going to the trouble of seeing and trying to get a thingy for it, and trying to get it self-published, and, you know, whether you would be interested in buying it, what type of price you would think would be worth you putting on something like that. You know, it's going to be obviously quite a lengthy frigging book, because it goes through the full thingy of my dad. Then it's sort of, I sort of jump through a few phases of life to tell you what's some of the different things that's happened in life, to show you that life carries on afterwards, and then goes into my story of me having cancer, you know. So it's a fairly sort of lengthyish thing. I think there's well over 200 odd pages there, so it's just a case of, I don't think most people would even bother wanting to read it out, you know. So that's what's putting us off the idea of thinking, you know. I've done it as something to help me, to relieve my boredom, and that. And but let us know down below if you've got any interest in that at all, how much you think you'd want to pay for a book like that. You know what I mean? Then at least it'll give us an idea whether I should even bother, or whether I should just literally get a few copies made up for my family and that's it. Just don't even bother self-publishing it, just get those few copies made up and do it that way, you know. But anyway guys, I've brought the dog out for a walk to try and sort of lift myself a bit, you know, try and sort of get rid of these tight down feeling that's in my chest by lightening it by coming out. So I'm on the Derwent walk with them, and there's a few people going back and forwards looking at us, but I've tried to find a quiet spot in order to do this, but there's a few people out and about walking, you know. So now it's time for me to get this dog back on his walk and get ourselves back home and live the rest of the day, because I still haven't even opened my cards yet. My daughter's not awake, so she likes to see us open the cards for some reason, I don't know why. So I'll get this done, get home, have my first bite to eat, because I've started sort of doing the thingy where I don't eat from about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night through about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, in order to try and keep some of the weight off of us, you know. If you want to know more about why I would do something like that and what's the thing you got all that, then please comment down below and I'll make a video on why I've done that way and why I believe that's the way to do it. You can see me Pooch in the background. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching, I really do appreciate it. Keep on coming back, comment below if you would like, and I'll catch you in the next one guys. Slip your nerdy off, and I'm out of here.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,